So, a while ago, over a year now, I made a video that addressed captains of crush grippers in my regiment. I had a trainer, a number 1, and a number 2, and I talked about doing negatives with the number 2, my working sets with the number 1, and a warm up on the trainer. And like every good thing, we all learned that there's a more optimal path for success. And so I'm going to make this video to link to the original gripper video. And I'm going to show you the training method I gave you originally is effective, but the one I'm going to describe is more optimal. And I'm going to give you an analogy, I guess you could say, for an exercise. On the bench press, right? Everyone, when they first start working out, absolute new person, they want to bench 135. It's a very good goal to have. And then you go to 155. But imagine saying, I want to go from 155 to 205 and never touch 185. So that brings up the point that I want to make here, is that I probably could have gotten to the number 2 without touching a 1.5. But let me tell you something. The 1.5 for a person who is 5'6", between 160 and 70 pounds, and has hands that are not that big, it's pretty hard for me to get a credit card close just because of my hand size. Going from a 1 to a 2, and even beyond that, a 2 to a 3 is, especially that is pretty difficult. An optimal path to take is a 1.5. In comparison, it would be like doing your sets at 155 on the bench press, and we're talking pounds here, and then 185 doing your sets there, and then 205. That's a pretty typical progression. So we want to go from the number 1 to the number 2 with a 1.5 in between. And I typically work in sets of 5 to 7, just for general strength training. So for me, I got to the point where it was just like, I can do a negative pretty good at the number 2. But if I wanted to bridge this gap from the number 1 to the number 2, a 1.5 is imperative. So the next purchase I made was a 2.5 because I had learned my lesson. So to all you guys out there, what I said in this original video isn't wrong. You probably could achieve the number 2 with the number 1 doing insane number of volume of reps. But if you're looking for the quickest route to achieve closing in number 2, I really think the 0.5 increments are very valuable. It's like going from 155 to 155 to 185, and then going to 205 instead of just going straight from 155 and trying to rep that for like 20, and then expecting one day just to be able to bench 205. So I hope that helps. I don't mean to lead anyone astray in these videos. I am learning always, all the time, and this is an observation I've made, and as this video I've made gains more popularity, I feel like I am more responsible for giving you this information.